Oh my god, let's try something.
See what happened on TV last night?
I always watch.
Oh my god.
It's so fun. It was so
Yeah,
good.
I watched that.
Yeah.
Cool. Hello, guys.
How are you? Welcome to the Horror Night edition recap of Dancing with the Stars. We are so excited. It was another pretty successful night.
Yeah.
I would say.
I loved it.
It was pretty good. I mean, they're doing a really good job. And we were talking about this last night, I really like the themes.
Yeah.
Sometimes the themes don't always work.
Like, Britney Night theme did not work.
It didn't work. It fell flat to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I know to you too.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of a theme because I feel like it gives it a concrete purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can judge sort of on that purpose. So, okay, well, you really encapsulated Britney, or you really knew how to, get into that Grease character. Where, this person really didn't. So you have something to judge on, where if it's just sort of a random night and there's really nothing to focus on.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a little bit harder to judge. And that's when you start being like, well, why did this person get a 10 when this person got an 8? Or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm loving the theme nights. I mean, we'll see if it gets a little too much. Next week, they're doing Queen.
Yeah.
So I think that will really be telling to see if it's like, okay, the themes
are, have run their course.
But I loved Horror Night because, first of all, I feel like they always do a Halloween, because it always falls around Halloween, and they always do a Halloween-themed show. But I feel like this was the first time that it was actually sort of scary.
Right, like where it wasn't like hokey costumes.
It wasn't like hokey Halloween or like child-friendly Halloween or like... It was a little terrifying.
Like, some
times.
of this makeup, like, the Miz and Witney, I was like, you are scary.
It was wild, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just wild. So, we opened up with Carrie Ann doing this really simple, amazing, The Ring, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, ode to The Ring. And it was just perfect. It was just simple. This is the stuff they need to be doing. These little teeny tiny... just like little filler things that are so interesting.
Right.
And, they're getting the judges involved. It was so good.
Like,
we were just
it.
like, oh my god,
like literally we paused it. We saw Carrie Ann, which we assumed was Carrie Ann, but we didn't know who it was. Like turn on the television or whatever, and we paused it and we're like, we love it already. Like, we just knew, like, we could just tell the vibe was gonna be, like, so good. We're like, yes, okay. And then when, like, Carrie Ann just looks and she's like, I can't even remember what she said.
She said, like, they're coming
or whatever. And it was just so cute. It was just a short little clip, and it was just perfect.
It was perfect. It really embodied what we were going to get tonight, and for the most part, everybody delivered.
Yeah.
So we started with the Miz and Wit, which was frightening.
So scary.
Least. It was really
fucking
frightening.
Scary. They did a paso to Hellraiser.
Mm-hmm. He played Pinhead.
Yeah. I've never seen Hellraiser.
I've never seen Hellraiser.
Is that with Ron Perlman?
I don't know. It's like an 80s or 70s movie. It's like an old horror movie.
I think Ron Perlman is in Hellraiser. I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up.
Well, whatever it is, I'll probably never watch it because I don't like scary movies, and I was scared.
I was terrified. We were both wearing our "Excuse me, but boo" sweaters.
Sure. The kids at the preschool love it. This is a little side note, but all the kids, I wore this once, and then ever since I wore this to school, all the kids are always like, Miss Stevie, excuse me, but boo! All the time.
That's
and I'm just
so
like,
cute.
Oh my god. Now to the point where it's like a little annoying. I'm like, shut the fuck up. But but it's really cute. They like really got a kick out of this sweater. And also, side note, we got this on Shein or Shine, however you want to pronounce it.
Do people say Shine?
Some people say Shine.
It's definitely Shein.
I think it's Shein, but some people say Shine.
Weirds.
And I got it on Shine or Shein, whatever. Now I'm saying Shine. And they accidentally sent me.
Did they charge you for 2?
I don't think so.
Damn, okay.
So they accidentally sent me another one.
So I have it.
Whatever, I give them a lot of money. So now we got matching sweaters for Halloween.
Yep.
Woo! So, anyway, back to the very serious, horrifying business of
Dancing with the Stars.
I,
once again, I don't know, it sucks because I really love The Miz as a person. I think he's silly and funny and nothing what I was expecting at all. Like, from his character or person.
Yeah.
But once again, there was something missing for me, but I think it's their fucking costumes distracting. The Miz has had the most elaborate costumes out of anybody this entire season, and every single time I felt like the costume has done him a disservice. Like, they just haven't given it, and even Whitney, they just haven't given it their complete all, because
they literally can't, because they're worried about their wigs falling off, or
the nails in their head getting,
like,
so, I don't know, that's just how I feel. Like, I'm excited for next week, because maybe he'll be in more, like, it's not going to be a costume that's going to be in the way.
Exactly. Hopefully.
And so I'm hoping he, like, and Whitney too, for some reason, I don't know, like, Whitney to me has been
been off this season to me.
That's what I was gonna say though, like, because they were saying with the Miz, they were like, okay, your posture's a little still needs work and stuff, but it works for the character. So it's like, it benefits you, but I almost felt like it was how the zombie worked for Grocery Store Joe.
Yeah.
Where it was like,
just really worked for Grocery Store Joe, because to embody a zombie, you do need sort of that hunched over, like broken angles and stuff like that, and he already had that. So it did a service to him to be a zombie, but that's the problem, like you were saying, is Miz has shown us, even though he has a lot of charisma and he's very charming, and I obviously think that I like him personally as well.
And I like watching him
perform. He does have posture issues, and the judges have consistently been pointing out.
So it's like, fix it.
Fucking fix it. And then it's like, when it comes to this, if he would have fixed his posture and then he came back to this dance, I feel like I would have appreciated it just a little bit more.
Right.
Because I'm like, okay, well, I know he fixed his posture. But even though it did sort of lend itself to this song, we know you haven't fixed your posture yet, and this wasn't a character choice. As much as everybody wants to be like, oh, well, it was just a character choice.
It wasn't.
I don't think you fixed your posture yet.
Exactly. I agree. So
but
I'm just a little disappointed in that, because I really do like watching him perform, and I like him as a person, and I just think, I think he will go far. So hopefully he just kind of starts fixing some stuff. Kenya and Brandon went next.
Yep, Kenya and Brandon went next. I've never seen this movie either, Arachnophobia.
Never seen it.
I mean, I'm not a big scary movie person, so a lot of these movies I really haven't seen. Most of them I've heard of. But Arachnophobia, never seen. They dressed up as spiders, Arachnophobia. They did an Argentine tango. I did not know that she was a Jehovah's Witness.
I had no idea either.
And I thought her package was a little strange. Like
what the fuck is Devil's Night?
I don't know.
Shit, we did no research on this.
Yeah, we gotta do some research on Devil's Night, because to me it just sounded like vandalism a little bit.
Yeah, I was very confused. I was like, okay, so you're just burning down abandoned like, I don't know, like, I don't get the purpose of it. Like, maybe it's just because I'm naive. I don't know.
I've never heard of this night before.
Yeah, so I definitely need to do some research into Devil's Night.
And if you guys know anything, please let us know what Devil's Night is, because to me, the package... To me, the package didn't do a good job of explaining it.
Right.
To me, the package made it seem like we get together because we're poor and we burn down buildings. But I didn't see the correlation of the two.
Right.
So I'm not trying to be daft. I'm not trying to be unsympathetic to whatever Detroit people, especially people of color, go through.
Yeah.
But I just didn't feel like the package did a good job of explaining it.
I agree. I was like, okay, I literally said, what the fuck is Devil's Night?
So we definitely got to do our research, and if you guys have any knowledge of what that is and want to explain it a little bit better, I would love to know, because obviously there's a purpose behind it.
Right.
And obviously it doesn't seem like people are like going to jail for it or being, reprimanded for it, because I've never heard of it before. I've never seen it on the news.
They're burning down buildings.
But abandoned buildings.
Well, yeah, abandoned buildings, but still, you're still burning down a property.
Yeah, I just don't understand what the purpose is.
We have to definitely look into that.
Yeah.
For me, for the dance, like, there's just no connection between them. Like, I'm sorry, like, I just do not feel a connection between her and Brandon.
No, I mean, and it is tough because of the age difference, and the Argentine tango, it's like, it's a sexy dance, you know? So if you don't have sort of that sexual tension, it is a little bit harder to play off. I mean, there was choreography moments I really liked.
Yeah.
And I thought she did, like, a good job, but the judges are right. She doesn't go through. She's not keeping the dance alive. It's almost, like you said, like cheerleadery a little bit, where she's not cheerleadery in the sense of, like, she's very sharp and she's hitting everything.
Right.
But it's just sort of like, here I am. Mm-hmm. And now here I am. And now here I am. Instead of going through the motions. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Exactly, I agree.
So it's...
Yeah, she needs to work on her transitions.
That's what Bruno said.
And she does wobble.
And she does wobble. There's just...
But it's weird because she's on the beat. She's not ahead of the beat. She's in time. But she was just wobbly. And I'm just sad, that was her last dance to end on. I almost wish, in a sense, she would have gone home last week because...
That was such a good dance.
Because, that would have been the perfect dance for her to end on. Mm-hmm. Because this dance... Spoiler alert, she fucking went home. Yeah. She was in the bottom two for the third time. Like, when she was in the bottom two, I was like, she's going home. Yeah. There's no way they're going to save her for a third time. Yeah. So, I feel bad, like, because she did have, that one breakthrough. And I'm glad she had that one breakthrough moment. But then it just kind of fell flat again for me this week.
I agree. It was her time to go home. I'm really grateful I did get to see her Roomba to Greece. Yeah, me too. Because I was very adamant about her going home before Matt James, and I feel like
I'm glad Matt went home before.
I'm glad Matt, because I feel like...
But I would have loved to see... Exactly, because she gave more justice to it, but I feel like she should have probably gone home last week, and Mel C would have given more justice to a dance this week.
To a horror night dance, yeah. So, it is what it is.
The way the cookie crumbles.
The way the cookie crumbles.
The unsolved dance mysteries! Oh my god!
It was so cute. And I mean,
so cute.
We all knew it was going to be Len. And what I love about Len is, he's this old grumpy man, but he actually has so much, you can tell he has so much fun doing these little tidbits and doing his little dance solos and all this stuff. So he's just, I feel like I'm gonna be Len when I'm 80 years old, a hard ass, but still creative and still fun and still wanting to sort of have that kid motivation in my life, But yeah, they really did a good job this week on just these little, fun packages that really let you get to know the contestants and see the judges and their creative side too.
Sorry, I just had this vision of Tyra in her mummy outfit with her little choreography,
She was like, bah, 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 bah.
I was like,
welcome to Dancing with the Stars. Oh. What is happening? Okay,
I could have got behind the mummy outfit. I got behind the mummy outfit. I was like, okay, glam mummy, cool. I got behind that. Okay. We'll get to her weird finger bleeding outfit. That shit was weird as hell. I was like, are you a fingernail?
I don't know what she was.
What the fuck was that outfit?
Does anybody know what Tyra was for her second
outfit? She had on satin and velvet and ruffles and tulle and rhinestones. It was just a lot going on, and then she tried to make a joke about fingernail polish.
She spilled fingernail polish, so I'm like, are you a finger?
Are you a severed finger?
Is that your costume?
And then all I could see when she was talking was a severed finger.
I had no idea what was
going on. The ruffles were the knuckle part. Uh-huh. I'm like, it's like when Kim Kardashian wore that one thing and everybody was like, oh, it's a butthole. Do you remember that?
Oh my god! That's I'll have to find a picture and put it in the comments if you guys don't know what we're talking about. Oh my god, I totally forgot about that. When Kim Kardashian dressed up as a butthole. Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, wow, so people are dressing up as buttholes and people are dressing up as severed fingers. What is Halloween? I like when people have fun, unique costumes, but goddamn, I think that's taking it just a little too far.
Jesus.
Oh, shit, man.
But next was Jenna and JoJo. They did a jazz routine to it. Of course, it was amazing. I mean, what do you fucking expect?
The song edit was so good.
Oh my god, the juxtaposition of like...
Yeah.
You know, because... excuse me. Anything Goes is an amazing, you know, ensemble song from Anything Goes, the Broadway musical. And so when it started off and it was like the thunder was crashing and it was all eerie, but you could hear like a little bit of the Cole Porter in there. I was like, what is happening? Then all of a sudden it was like dun 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 dun.
It
I was
was
like, what
so
is happening?
good.
This is so awesome. I mean, it was... They got the cool... There was a couple of really cool songs.
Yeah.
Which I wish they would do more of that. That more like... There's almost not even a beat. That you, That's when you can tell true talent. Because you know that they can understand the invisible beats.
Right.
Without, here's the downbeat. You hit it on this mark.
Exactly.
Because that's what makes it truly poetic.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
The choreo was amazing.
I mean, yeah, I have no words.
They captured the flavor of the book.
Yeah, that's what Len said, and
That's what Len said.
Oh my god, fucking Tyra! Tyra was like, Len was like, you captured the flavor of the book perfectly, and then Tyra was like, yeah, guys, it was a book before it was a movie.
I'm
it was
so
a
glad
book.
You said that, Len.
I'm so glad you said that because most people don't know it was a book before a movie, and I was like, I think everybody knows it was a book before a movie. And Tyra, I bet you didn't know that it was a movie before it was another movie. Because that shit's a remake of an old movie from the book. She, like, I fucking can't with her. I can't.
She always has to get her 2 cents in. It's crazy. But I do agree. You really understood who these characters were.
Yeah.
Which I think everybody did a pretty good job of that. Really understanding who the characters were that they were portraying. Once again, why I love a good themed night. Because it gives you something to attach to.
Hone in on, yeah.
Straight 10s. I got perfect 10s. Obs. Okay, next, Cody and Cheryl. I would say this was probably his best dance. He finally sort of broke out, got into a different sort of character that I haven't seen yet from him. They did a cha-cha to American Psycho. I don't know. I feel like Cheryl also is a little not in it to win it this time.
Cheryl seems sick to me.
Yeah. Like she's still suffering from COVID or, you know, residual effects or something's going on with her because I also feel like Cheryl and Whitney could be like the baby, you know, maybe she's just not fully into it anymore because she wants to be at home with her kid. I don't really know. But Cheryl, I don't know. There's just
Cheryl seems out of it to me.
Yeah, like she's sick or something.
She seems like she's dragging.
Yeah, I agree.
She doesn't have that pep that I feel like the professional needs to have. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's just like two just stars coming together.
Dancers. Exactly, dancing.
She doesn't feel like the professional. I don't know, like it's just weird.
Yeah, something's going on with her.
I feel like there's something going on with her.
Yeah. But I liked it. You know, the judges had said previously that he needed to work on his hips. Like, they put in a lot of hip action. The cha-cha, the thing about the cha-cha is probably my least favorite dance of all ballroom dances. There's just something about it. I don't know.
But it was kind of cool to the American Psycho.
Samba's my least favorite.
Samba's the worst.
But, cha-cha's next to that, you know. But, I mean...
Fucking just like, I don't know why, I just hate this fucking move.
I know,
I'm just like, what is
what that
this?
move is called, but I just can't stand that move. I don't know.
Oh, shit, man.
I know, it's so silly.
Jimmy and Emma. So good. They did a contemporary Quiet Place. I cried. I wish there was... Okay, I fucking cried. Like, it was so good.
It was.
It was so good. The choreography was so good. I love Emma's choreography. Like, Jimmy has been one of those people that just, like, definitely surprised me. I wrote him off just because I didn't know who he was. Mm-hmm. But I'm pleasantly surprised by him. I really like watching him perform. I thought he did a good job with the contemporary, but I will say, I wish there was more dancing.
I felt like the dance was a lot of lifts, and the lifts were really cool. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, but I just wish there was a little bit more side-by-side dancing, just so we could really see the flavor of it. I mean, I get it, you know, he's carrying the family through, you know, that kind of ideal. And I really did feel like I was watching the ballet of A Quiet Place.
Right.
Like, you know, at the ending, like, I mean, spoiler alert, if you guys haven't seen Quiet Place, that's literally what happens, is at the end.
He sacrifices himself for his kid.
He screams because they can't speak, otherwise these, like, aliens can hear them, that's how they hunt or whatever. And he screams and he sacrifices himself so his kids can get away. And when he just let out that battle cry at the end, like...
I'm crying right now. I'm crying right now. Like, it was so good.
Yeah, it was so good. And another thing that I love about Emma, too, is she choreographs before the song starts, and she choreographs for after the song ends.
Yeah.
And that really, really, really makes a difference, especially in storytelling contemporary dances. Now, if you're doing just, like, a traditional, you know, ballroom dance, and, like, there's a button at the end that you hit, like, of course you don't. That makes sense.
But for this, it works perfectly. And I loved that they incorporated American Sign Language.
Yes, that was amazing, too. They incorporated sign language because if you have seen A Quiet Place, that's how the family communicates because they cannot speak to each other.
I thought it was beautiful.
It was amazing on Jimmy's end.
Yeah.
It was amazing choreography on Emma's end. I loved their costumes. I loved just the simple set with, like, the leaves, like, blowing at the end in the wind when he screams.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it was a fucking masterpiece.
I just wish that either it was a little bit longer so there was a little more dancing, or maybe, like, 2 or 3 of the lifts were taken out and replaced with a little bit more side-by-side dancing. That's my only, like, because, like, it was just so good that I just wanted that extra little... I don't know, but yeah. I mean, I fucking loved it.
That's just being really nitpicky because it was a good fucking dance.
Yeah, it was so good.
It was a good fucking dance. And the music was amazing. It was another one of those where, you know, you really didn't have a downbeat to, like, play off of. You just had to really trust in the music and trust in your counting. And
trust in your partner.
And trust in your partner.
Yeah.
So, it was really good. He got a 10-9, 10-9. So... he got high scores.
Yeah.
But, good job.
The moisturizer commercial had me dead.
Yeah, that was so funny. The Miz, but you watch The Miz's Instagram. He's always doing fucking crazy Instagram reels.
Well, at first I thought it was going to be Sasha because Sasha's the known, like, prankster and stuff, but I was dead when it looked like he was behind the Freddy Krueger mask or whatever, and then all of a sudden he comes out and he's like, what, you don't moisturize? And I think it was Iman and he was like, what?
And also, we have to note, they've been on top of the disco ball game.
Yes. Did you see that fucking disco ball?
Disco ball was fucking amazing. I mean, they are putting the budget in to these fucking disco balls, and I am living for it. Living for it. Like, they used to only do like the Mickey head disco ball for Disney night, and that was sort of it, as far as I can recall.
Right.
But I mean, for Grease, they did the car. For Halloween, they did something interesting.
They did the
skull. They did the Mickey the skull for Disney night. They did a really cool Mickey. They did something different than they usually do for the Mickey one. Like, they've just really been on the disco ball game. I wonder what they're gonna. Maybe they'll do like a crown or something for Queen. Like, I don't know, or I don't know, something.
Yeah.
Like, I hope they do something interesting. I hope they keep with that because I just love that little, like, detail, like seeing the disco ball.
I agree. I agree. Oh my God, Tango of the Dead.
Oh my God.
I said, are you fucking kidding me? He is an artist.
He's incredible.
So good.
Like, not only is his he's like a Renaissance man to me.
Right.
You know, he can play instruments.
He's an artist.
He's an artist. He's a fucking artist. That dance was so fucking cool. Hayley Elbert is like an amazing dancer.
Amazing.
They just make such a good fucking pair.
Team, yeah.
The choreography was out of this world. I mean, her feet were like...
I'm like, how is your body moving like that?
I don't know. Everything, the set, the costumes, the way it, like, flowed, the transitions, like, it was just...
It was masterpiece.
It was masterpiece, and every time I see something of Derek's, I'm like, that's it. He can't get any better. He can't do anything cooler. He can't have any more possible ideas in his head.
And then he fucking comes along, fucking killing it every single time.
Every time. I mean, he is a true artist. I would love to go see his show in Las Vegas. So if anybody wants to give me some money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because
I
would love to see his show for reals.
I was just like, how, like, who, if I was going after that performance, I would be shitting myself because, like, seriously, like, how do you perform after that? It was so good.
You really can't, and it's, they did a Tango of the Dead, but then Val and Olivia went next.
Uh-huh.
And they did a paso, which is similar in the sense of, like, intensity of the tango. And they did good, but I do feel like I would have appreciated Val and Olivia's dance more if we hadn't have just watched that awesome fucking Tango of the Dead.
I agree.
Because like you said, like, how can you compare? Or if they would have done something a little bit more lighthearted, or, like, put Melora's in front of that.
Right.
Because it was a jive, and it was a little bit more, like, upbeat and, like, hokey. And then gone back to, like, that really serious whatever.
Exactly.
But, I mean, regardless, Val and Olivia's paso to the Purge was pretty good. They got straight 9s.
I loved it, and she's such a good dancer, and she's a good performer, and she's cute as a fucking button. But I don't know. There's still something just missing for me.
Well, technically, for me, her hands are always splayed.
Yeah.
They're always splayed like this instead of, like, you know, your nice, like ballet hands, you know? So I feel like she needs to work on that because, like, she just doesn't, and it's hard to teach that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you just have to, like, dip your finger a little bit, you know? But,
yeah, she's always like, boop.
She has very splayed hands, so when she does things like out, sorry, I'm, like, not trying to hit you in the head, but, like, when she does out things like this, her hands are just flat instead of giving it that extra length, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So, I don't know. I mean, I thought her attitude worked. Like, I thought she got into the character, and I could appreciate her for that. I feel like Val yanks her. I feel like she doesn't hold her own enough. And I felt like Carrie Ann was saying that she was doing a good job keeping up, and I think she did a good job keeping up with Val, but I do think that he's still sort of just, like, grabbing her and going, and her feet are just, like, and she's doing all the steps, but it does feel a little hectic, like, Val is just, like, throwing her around.
Yeah.
But I mean, she got straight 9s. I liked it. I really liked it.
And she wasn't in the bottom 2 this time.
Yeah, so.
Because she even said in her package, she was like, I don't know why I'm in the bottom 2. I'm a good dancer. It must be because people don't like me.
Like, okay.
It's like, you know what? At the end of the day, it is, you know, the fan base is basically who's making the decisions.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but she wasn't in the bottom 2, so hopefully people are judging off the dances and.
For sure.
You know.
Next was Melora and Artem. They did a jive to Cujo. It was really sweet that, you know, her dad was.
Her parents were so fucking cute.
They're so cute.
Her parents were so cute.
Oh my god.
Her dad was just like, here I am. I'm here. He was so cute. He's like 91.
Yeah, gotta be 92. And that's really cool that she's in her 50s and she has both of her parents and they seem like they're in good health.
Yeah.
And, whatever.
But it was so slow. I had such a problem with this dance. It was so slow. Melora is so much better than, and it's nobody's fault. It's this fucking song's fault. It's the song's fault. It's not Artem's fault. It's the fucking song's fault. Because for some reason, they decided to do You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog, but the slowed down version. Why couldn't, they could have easily sped it up and done a cute little jive, you ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. But instead it was, you ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Yeah, it was just so slow.
For
and
the
jive. Are fast. Jives are fast, they're upbeat, they're funky, and I just felt like all the moves were very elongated in like...
It was, like, they did the best they could, but the song choice, like...
And no, and here's the thing, is the song choice
not the song choice, well, the song version choice.
But it was just so
the song
slow
version choice was bad.
Up to me.
The song version choice was bad.
Yeah.
It needed to be sped up, like, a lot.
Yeah.
For it to be a good jive. Because it was such a slow drive, and she did a really good, like job. She looked good doing the dance.
Yeah,
I liked the choreography, but no, it really did her a disservice. It did her a disservice because she can do so much better than that, but she had no choice in the matter because of the song.
Yeah, I agree.
Which is just really irritating.
I agree. That was a little
They
did
that song choice dirty.
They got 8, 9, 8, 9. So and they weren't in the bottom 2. I mean, I don't know where they are because they don't tell you.
Right.
But
I wish they would tell you
so.
who's I guess not.
No, because then you never know.
Yeah.
Next, Iman and Daniella did the
so fucking good.
coolest contemporary dance to Us. Now, I've never seen Us. So, but it didn't matter. Didn't fucking matter that I had no context for it because the dance was so fucking cool.
This was the first dance. I was thinking about this. This was the first dance of the season. I was like looking back at the dances. I mean, not watching them, but just thinking back on them. And I was like, I had that feeling of when I was watching the dance, I remember being on edge and I remember watching the dance and nothing, I was taken away by the dance.
Yeah. I was like on edge.
And that's really hard for me to like get me like, because I'm always critiquing, which is a blessing but a curse, you know what I mean? But like, and it's hard sometimes for me to just flip the switch and just like enjoy something. And I just remember like thinking back on it, I was like, oh my God, the whole entire time I was like having this heartbeat in my chest and I was like immersed in the dance. It was so good. Like,
yeah, it was.
Iman is literally, I wrote him off. I was like, he'll be done. He'll be out of here first night. Oh, he's in, basketball players. Their long legs. He is fucking killing it. He seems like the sweetest person on the whole entire planet. And I'm obsessed with him.
Yeah, I am too. I really want to see him. I really want to keep seeing him. And also Daniella is bringing it. Like her choreography is out of this world this season.
Iman is just like magical to watch.
I know. It's so good.
They
seem like a good pair too.
Right.
And the stuff that they're doing, like when she was laying on the ground and then she came up, like that, and he lifted her up.
I mean, that's it. This is gonna be amazing. I knew it. I could just tell in my bones. I could feel it.
Yeah. Her abs must be like knocking on a wall.
Oh
you know
my
what
God,
I mean?
no shit.
Like my God.
It was so good. Like
it was,
I'm
there's no words, but
speechless.
amazing.
Like I would have never expected. Like, but it just goes to show that, I need to give people credit more.
Or don't judge people too quickly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can.
I don't know.
But,
it was amazing. Also, Tyra cursed a lot this episode.
Yeah, like, I fucking curse like a sailor. But, like, I don't know, like, what the hell? She said, what the hell? What the hell? She said, what the hell a lot.
A bunch of times.
And I was like 4 or 5 times I feel like, and I'm like, yeah, what the hell? What are you fucking, you're the host.
What are we helling?
Like, you're the host. Like, why are you speaking like this?
I know, it was just a little, like, weird.
What the hell? She always said, what the hell?
Yeah.
I'm like,
what the hell is going on? I'm like, I don't know. Can you explain it to us? I don't know.
Yeah, it's very weird. Very weird.
So anyway, next was Suny and Sasha. They did a tango to the Vampire Diaries. I would say that this is probably her best dance. She probably could connect to it the best because she said she'd watched Vampire Diaries like 9 times.
Yeah.
And that makes sense to me because she's literally a teenage girl.
Yeah.
I watched Vampire Diaries.
Yeah, Vampire Diaries is awesome.
I loved the song for the tango. I thought that the song just really...
Yeah.
Sometimes like these pop songs just really fit with ballroom dances.
Mm-hmm.
So I really liked that. I think that sort of face that she has, like her permanent face that she just always has on, worked for the tango because since it was a traditional tango and not an Argentine tango, it doesn't have to be as like sexualized. Mm-hmm. It's more like clean and crisp and like businessy.
And she had good frame.
And she had a good frame, so...
But I don't know. She just doesn't do it for me.
I just don't think she's ever going to get there for me, but I will give her credit and say this was probably her best dance.
I think this was her best dance.
And I did like the choreography. I did like the song choice. I just... I love seeing Sasha with people with really big personalities because Sasha has such big personality.
Right?
And I just feel like Sasha hasn't been able to really express his personality because Suny is so closed in that I feel like Sasha's almost like scared to
Yeah. He's like, let it out. Like, come on.
And
it
Sasha's
just...
always been really good about dancing to his partner's strengths.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like Sasha's even dancing a little bit small and reserved because Suny's so reserved.
Yeah.
So I like it, but come on, next season, get Sasha with somebody who is out there and outgoing and spunky because he has not had... The last time he was with somebody like that was when he was with
oh my gosh,
the little person.
What was her name? She was so good.
She was from Little People Big World. Is that what the name of the show was?
Yeah.
She was the mother of that.
What was her name?
I cannot remember
Amanda
her.
or... No, not Amanda.
I can't remember her name, but she was so good. Oh my god, they did such a good job. He was such a good partner for her. And she was outgoing and she was spunky and you could tell they had fun together and they had amazing dances. And ever since he had Simone Biles, who is exactly like Suny, just sort of boring to watch and has really no personality, at least when it comes
to the dance floor.
The dance floor. I can't speak for them outside of dance. And then he had an older person last time. He didn't make it very far. Who did he have last time?
Can't remember.
And then and then I think he had Tanya Harding, the ice skater, Tanya.
No, that's the one that broke that bitch's. No, yeah. he had the one that got her kneecap broken or whatever by Tanya Harding, right?
Oh, he had
what's her name? Nancy Kerrigan.
He had Nancy?
Yeah. No, he didn't have Nancy.
No, he didn't have Nancy. I'm pretty sure he had Tanya.
I don't think she's ever been on it.
Tanya, yes, she was. She was on the sports one. Remember the 4-week sports one that they did? It was all athletes.
Oh yeah, because she was trying to redeem herself.
She was trying to redeem herself, and the movie just came out. I am Tanya or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Tanya.
I can't remember.
Well, it doesn't matter. He hasn't really gotten good partners the last couple of times around, and Sasha is talented.
So talented.
And spunky enough to take it all the way if he has the right partner. So let's get the man a good fucking partner because what has been happening is not okay with me. Sasha is way too talented to be given the brunt end of the stick, and he keeps getting it.
I agree.
So anyway, I was okay with it. They got straight nines. Mm-hmm. And then last but not least was Amanda and Alan.
They did the Argentine tango to Saw. The dance was so fucking cool.
The dance was so
when she was walking like on air,
and
like,
then they did
and he was like dragging her.
Oh my god, that was so fucking cool.
That was so fucking cool.
And it was a challenging routine, but they did her makeup
so fucking dirty. Listen, I've been Jigsaw for Halloween. You can do Jigsaw like sexy, like.
And she was wearing a sexy dress, and then they did her makeup. I don't know. I hated
either if she was gonna do if they were gonna do the makeup like that, she needed to be wearing more of like almost like a suit kind of thing. But instead, she was wearing this sexy dress, and then her makeup was like. And then I just did not
like. Yeah, they just did a real disservice for her makeup because I couldn't. I really loved the dance, but I would have loved it so much more if she was like a sexy Jigsaw.
Yeah, or if like she didn't look aesthetically pleasing.
Exactly, to me, like, and the wig looked cheap.
Yeah,
like it looked like a $10 wig that you can get at Walmart for Halloween. That the second you take it out of the bag, it's like static electricity. Like
right.
It just
they did her makeup dirty.
I didn't think that I loved the dress.
Yeah.
But I just did not think they did her face makeup a service to the really cool fucking dance that they did.
Right.
But I mean, they got 2 9s, 2 10s. It was a good little ending dance to end on. Overall, I was really pleased with Horror Night.
Yeah,
I think
me
that
too.
the best dance was obviously Iman.
Yeah.
Jimmy and JoJo. I think the judges agree with that too.
Yeah. Those are... Yeah, I mean, I would love to see JoJo's freestyle, obviously, because Jenna's choreography is amazing. I would love to see Jimmy...
Well, yeah, so when do we get to freestyles?
Freestyles is final.
Is the final. So, okay, so
3 people do freestyles.
Okay, so JoJo.
I think Amanda could have a good one.
Amanda.
But I want to
there's
see.
4
I want to see.
people.
Only 3 people do freestyles.
But there's always 4 people in the end.
There's like there's 4 people and then there's 3.
But no, they've always done like remember?
Is there 4 freestyles?
I don't know, because the last couple of times they've done Dancing with the Stars, there's been 4 finalists. Remember? We had an entire discussion about this.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know.
Freestyles?
If there's 4 freestyles, this is who I want to see. JoJo, Jimmy, Iman, and Amanda.
Yeah. Exactly.
I want Miz to make it a couple more weeks, but then...
So I want Suny to be eliminated next.
And she was in the bottom 2 this time, so she might get eliminated next time.
Yeah.
She might.
So I want Suny to go home next. And then, I'm sorry, Cody.
Yeah.
Cody can go home.
Cheryl's just not doing it for me.
And
so
then
I think Suny, Cody,
Miz, Olivia will probably... I just don't think she's going to have the popular vote.
Exactly. Olivia, Melora, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 are the finalists. That's what my prediction is. That's what I'm sort of hoping for.
That's what we're leaning to for right now. Mm-hmm. But obviously it always changes as the time. I mean, Cody could like really surprise us, but like I just don't feel it. I feel like Cheryl's heart's not in it.
Yeah, I feel like Cheryl's heart's not in it, and they lost too much time with the whole COVID thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unfair, but what can you do? You know, I just don't feel like they're ever going to catch up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with Horror Night. I'm really excited for Queen Night.
Such a good cast.
Yeah, it is a good cast, and that's what's so tough is it's really hard when you have such a good cast that you're like, fuck, like I don't want anybody to go home. I want to see everybody dance.
Yeah, and continue to perform and
continue to perform and stuff, but it's not the way the world works in a competition.
Somebody's got to win.
Somebody has to win.
Somebody's got to get that mirror ball.
Woo! All right. So, one last thing is I didn't love the judges' Halloween. Usually the judges like, go really all out for the Halloween costumes. I thought Carrie Ann sort of looked just like I'm a middle schooler going to
Crazy Hair Day,
and I'm gonna dress up as a spider. I liked Derek's outfit, but like, I don't really know what he's supposed to be, like maybe a ghoul. Len never dresses up, but come on, you put on a fucking witch pin or a Halloween tie or something, Len. And I did love Bruno's little
like pink,
devil,
yeah,
like pink devil. That was really fun. But like last year, his Beetlejuice was just so fun.
And Carrie Ann's It was so good.
Oh my God.
So yeah, it was a little disappointing with the judges' costumes because I was looking forward to those, but saved all the money for Tyra's severed finger costume.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ, God. What was that?
I don't know. And
I was like, okay, I can get behind the mummy costume.
I would just die if Tyra showed up next week in jeans and a wife beater with a mustache.
Oh my God, I would die. I wonder what she's gonna wear.
Like, put in a little black for a gap tooth.
Yeah.
Freddie Mercury, call it a day. I love it.
So funny.
So guys, if you like following us on our Dancing with the Stars podcast, make sure you like, you share, you subscribe. Please comment. We want to hear about your opinions, your thoughts. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? Did you like Horror Night? And we cannot wait for Queen Night. And please join us next week for our recap of that.